Hello and welcome. We're Secret Agent Agency. My name is Kevin, and I would just like to say, uh, we we're sitting down, and somebody we had Andrew and my daughter Jihun impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because streaming is streaming, it's couldn't something you have to have it in this country. You have to have it, but when you talk about those kind of numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us. They'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including streaming, that it's going to take care. We're going to have I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all the other things that are going on in our country. Because I have to say, with streaming, I don't want to stay with, video games, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth. But growth is also headed up by what the plan is that I told you about. We're going to be taking in trillions of dollars, and as much as streaming is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people, but we're going to take care of our country first. This is about streaming first. It's about making streaming great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation, so we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Andrew, rate my weave.
Amazing.
I'm
So this is,
clapping, but I don't think my microphone is picking up.
thank you very much. So my statement regarding allegations, should these allegations prove true, I as well as the other personalities and commentators were deceived and are victims. I cannot speak for anyone else at the company as to what they do or to what they are instructed. Never at any point did anyone other than I have full editorial control of the show, and the contents of the show are often apolitical. Examples include discussing spirituality, dating, and video games. That being said, we still do not know what is true, as these are only allegations. And to those of you who wish to jump the gun, creating their own narrative, or lie about what is currently going on, you can eat my Irish ass.
What the fuck? Oh, that's from the that guy. Yeah, now I remember.
And Jihun
Whew.
is also here. Say hi.
I weigh less than weight that Nicocado avocado lost. That's all I'm gonna say.
What the
That was
fuck,
great.
guys? We did it. Uh,
Jesus Christ. But both, at least for sure, two of yours for sure. Like nobody's gonna get that unless they actually read the news and shit. It was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, I like yours, Kevin.
I don't think I had any long tweet
so,
statement
some
unless it's. Go ahead.
sometimes you just need to give people the weave.
Exactly.
It's like this with your hands.
Dude, that interview was fucking utter bullshit. I was. I
All I know
seriously.
is I'm looking forward to the debate, and I don't know if I'm able to coerce Kevin into joining me again
No,
to
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch it.
Awesome.
Oh, did you guys actually watch it together over
Hell
Discord?
yeah. We
Yeah,
watched the last
Dang.
one. That was awful.
Nice.
This one should be
yeah,
hopefully really good.
yeah. I've
Oh,
regrets about watching that one, but hopefully this one will be good.
I don't know if that's Pacific time friendly. If it is, maybe we can watch together. Maybe with this.
I'll check what the time is. But anyway, this game.
Yeah, this game that we're playing, Virtue's Last Reward, it asks the important questions, like why did someone replace my hands?
Speaking of which, I did not know the thing you've been doing until the white liquid thing.
Also, it wasn't until then that I realized that that was obviously the solution to that one path where we've already been injected with the not
Oh
the
yeah,
anesthetic.
yeah. Yeah.
We gotta get someone to cut our arm off because it won't kill us to do so. And I was saying before the stream, we do have the info we need to get to the far leftmost path.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. There's a fun place to leave off on. Grandpa.
At the opening of the game. So we still don't know Phi's whole deal.
No, we don't.
I think I think so. Phi and Quark, right? Are those the only ones left that we don't fully understand?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
and to do a quick little shoot the shit segment. All I do is work. This weekend I got up and worked, and then I played a video game for an hour, and then I worked on stuff for the stream. So look forward to that. I've been making custom layouts because all the games that we're going to be playing for for Spooky Agent Agency are 4x3, so that gives me like a reason to have to play with like the layout and stuff. So I've made custom layouts for everything, and
nice.
Also over the past week I finished the edit. I think I'm totally done with the third highlight reel.
Nice.
And also, huh?
How much Shenmue?
The same amount.
Okay.
Since we're in this corner, yeah, I noticed that for past thumbnail for the this game, I did not notice until the last one that you've been putting some transparent item on the left corner thumbnail. I did not see that. I did not see that until because the latest one's kind of very obvious. And
Did you see the one with the big fucking text box?
Yes, that one's obvious. Yeah. I'm talking about the transparent one. Is like, oh, he put the elixir thing, and then what else did he? And then let's see.
I think in one of the first ones I put in the golem. Yeah, I put some interesting stuff. Oh, the time we had the frog in the astronaut suit or whatever. Oh no, it was the frog in the tank and Zero Junior in the astronaut suit.
Yep, that on the golem and the planetary.
The photograph of K on the Zero Junior ride.
Yep.
I like
you get one, and then you got a Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, I've been doing that because I've been doing the thing where like every instead of like having the same picture up for every thumbnail with just like the number changing on YouTube, I've started using like screenshots of our stream of just like cool moments I think would be like thumbnail worthy, and doing that to give our thumbnails a little bit more pop.
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
But on this game, I feel like it doesn't really work all that much if I were to do that same thing. So I did one of the key illustrations that I really like, and I've just been kind of inserting little items into it.
Yeah, I like that kind of touch.
Thank you. I'm happy it was noticed. Took a while, but beggars choosers.
For me, I've just been working hard all week, like on one case actually, and
Wow.
I'll be able to finish it next week. Lots and lots and lots of crap.
I know you cannot discuss the detail, but like, does the case you work on can get complicated? Seeing how you're working for the postal office.
I mean, yeah, like one exhibit could have hundreds of items, and then that'll take me an entire shift, maybe even 2 shifts, just to like get through all of it.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
Like yesterday was just me processing everything on one exhibit, and then Monday I'm gonna just be spending time looking it all over. Prints I got, and then I gotta photo them all.
Oh,
so
and ladies and gentlemen and others, Andrew got a new microphone. New headset.
So hopefully I sound better.
Yeah, I hope so too. It sounds pretty okay so far. The mid and high end sound a little extra, but that's okay.
Uh,
Jihun, anything new with you?
No, just working my butt up. Only thing
Yeah.
I can. I mean, since we don't know the name, I'm not giving too much information about that. You know that one guy we hate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in the process of getting fired, but because of it,
Yes.
Yay!
but because of how big my organization is, and then like what is it, union and all that kind of stuff, they have to go through a very particular process. So it's I don't know. Well, I guess it can be same for government. Almost yeah, it's almost like a government sector. So so they cannot just fire the guy just because of how bad he is at the job. So they're gonna go through a very particular process, which is first like gotta give them tell them the advice on how to improve, and if that doesn't work, then you have to do it's very painstakingly long. And I asked the supervisor how long this would take. It'll take somewhere between 6 months to 1 year.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, but honestly, it's better to know that than not knowing it, or nothing being done, because we are working at the public sector. Actually, it's our wage can be found online. So we found out that how much he's making, it is ridiculous. The amount of shit he does versus how much he's getting paid, it makes no fucking sense. And the only reason why he's getting that paid much because the union wants like our wage to be determined by our how long we work in that certain industry related. Because of it, he had experience, whatever the fucking experience that may be at his previous job, it counts. So because of that, he's getting paid too much. He's getting paid more than a guy who worked 5 years at a job, which makes no fucking sense. So, well, what you want to say?
I was gonna say, like, I don't want to get down on unions or anything.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm very pro union.
It's,
But, yeah.
it's not perfect. Let's just say.
Yeah. It's not perfect system.
Mhm. Union definitely save a lot of people out there, but then again, there's also people who take advantage of it and makes question the excess of union. It's but honestly, if anything, there's more pros than cons. Isn't or there are more people benefiting it compared versus the people who are taking advantage of it. But yes, so yeah, this information, supervisor's not supposed to share with me or anybody else in the team. But only reason why this information getting shared is because how ridiculous he is with how incompetent he is, along with how much he's getting paid, and that's the only way to calm down everybody in the room. Otherwise, I think someone would have exploded already by now. Honestly, that's the story I want to share.
Cool. All right.
We can do the far
So,
left.
yeah, you guys are telling me we can do the far left thing. So that's kind of where I want to start, and I guess we can work our way right.
Yeah, that's how we started the game, and we're at the point now where we're just at locks that we've unlocked.
Yep. Oh, skip straight to password.
Yeah, so this one was I don't even think we solved this room, right?
Oh, I think
Like,
we jumped right into the
There's no one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just as I thought.
Okay.
Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all.
We have the
If we
password.
turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
I'm gonna find something on another timeline.
I
Which we
turned and
did.
headed off toward a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A
Just gonna get
lion
flashback, isn't he?
biting the sun. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then maybe...
Remember this. Remember this. Moment of memory. 뭐였어요? moment. Remember this. Moment of memory. Remember the. Alright, here we go.
All right. So do you want it? Because we do have it.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like
so
it.
the ID is GTFD ML016. And I presume Jihun, you got the pass.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, the 016, Clover wrote that on her leg in someone's blood.
Interesting.
So password is MIL
MIL.
IL KEV as in violin OLI. Let me just double check before you hit enter.
Yeah, that's what I got here too.
Okay.
Milkevoli.
Oh shit.
I have no idea what we're about to learn here.
Fi. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What?
He hacked in.
How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at
Sure.
this.
Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm
And the
not.
AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here.
I see something that says the largest exhibit of, and then more garbled stuff. Oh, public raise awareness of
Exhibit
poked artifacts. Yeah, poked artifacts from the shipwreck will.
Many of them still.
Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GTF DML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Oh, Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a Golem?
Looks like it.
So was GTF DML016 a Golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
Oh!
Yep. I mean, we called that.
I've been so happy with his prediction, correct?
Luna.
Yeah,
Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
there's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT. ABT.
There's this special artificial biological tissue, what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
I
I
see.
enjoyed that character.
I see.
I see.
Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission? You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why does Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or
What
something?
if it was some kind of Voight-Kampf test?
A
It's
what?
from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be some sort of like the Chinese
I
room.
don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa. Wait, what the hell? Luna's
Do
dead?
you think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course! Luna's the one who opened the AB
That
gate.
might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
Yeah! No. I mean, no. No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Temyoji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters. Of course I remember.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
She's gone.
We were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then.
You gonna go with ally first?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't even remember like what our setup is in this route
Yeah,
anymore.
who are we allying with, Luna?
Or is Spy in here with us, or is she our solo?
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet. There's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AV room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
All right, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I see what's happening. She's
Wait.
gonna go and grab it, isn't she?
Yeah.
Sigma,
Huh?
Oh shit!
Dun
If
dun
you-
dun.
Yeah, if you had no idea what's going on.
Luna?
One minute
I
remains
think she had 6 points on
until
her
Ambidex
bracelet.
game polling
I saw 7
closes.
earlier.
It was 7.
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna
she's
here?
probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah,
How's she gonna vote?
betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now.
What?
Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I mean, Fi's pretty consistently been right,
Yeah.
but
9,
But guys, if we all pick ally, if all 3 of us pick
6,
ally, we can all
5,
leave.
4,
exactly. So we still don't know where Quark is in this route.
And I trust him.
I think we have an idea, but the game hasn't explicitly
2,
explained where he is.
1.
And we know where he landed up in a bunch of the other routes.
Yeah.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Oh, how'd everybody vote?
Hey, Sigma, are you insane? Why the hell did you choose ally?
Because I'm a simp? Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Oh, that sucks.
Dead. Or dead in this purchase.
All lines.
Oh, is this a 999 reference?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
This is
Please
just saying
check
that
your
Quark's dead.
bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. And again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright. What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
What if while we're finding Quark, Luna opens the door?
Well, we can grab the bracelet.
Yeah, you're right. And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
I'm not used to thinking of people as being separate from their bracelets.
Star keys are required to open the gates.
Yeah, computer. We already got those.
Pi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Phi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels.
Oh, we're just gonna leave the bracelet behind? Alright, whatever. I don't know, I still trust Luna, mostly.
Yeah. I mean, she can always be kind of like injected with like, I guess some like new programming or whatever that makes her, you know, evil. But I think her default personality that we've gotten to know is great.
Still haven't gotten her end. It might be this route.
Yeah, have a good feeling it's probably one of these. If not this one, then the Betray one, I mean.
Yeah. Where the hell is Quark? And it's still all smoky.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door in the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it? And how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatment pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left. Is it being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Quark! Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
We haven't cured him of his radical sex.
No.
Oh boy. Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. All right, time to go. Luna's waiting.
Straight to the garden.
Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
She knows.
What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point in beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood spatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to Illuminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, and I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments.
The what?
Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that incident P happens, and after that the timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both come from the same place, P. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know how that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Hey! Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. How are you doing, KD? This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. So, to catch you up on this, friend, we're playing a game called Virtue's Last Reward, and it's an adventure game where you start off in an escape room, and there's 9 participants in this, and everybody's trapped in there. One of them is potentially the person who set up the whole thing. One of them's a robot. There's like a virus going on outside, and some of us inside this like bunker we're trapped in can get infected. And every once in a while we have like this voting session where we can like ally or betray other people and increase our points and stuff. And when we get to 9 points, we can open the escape room door and leave. And we've opened that door and chosen not to go for some reason. And we're kind of at the end of the game, and like there's different timelines, and our character can kind of like keep some information from like each choice he's made as they've like changed what timeline he's on and that sort of thing. It's really complicated. We're in like hour 30 of this, but we're almost done.
Well, he stuck around this time. He's just trying to get info.
Yeah. Yeah, he's basically just sacrificing this one. He's like, I don't need to get out. Just
Well, the Doom timeline. Everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually, he probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped up the knife and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a
What do you
murder.
mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults. Children.
In this timeline, the knife was exposed, so that's what she grabbed.
Everyone. There won't be anyone left.
I guess every time she died, she killed herself.
Yeah, it was
Most
just
likely.
whatever was around, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather die here.
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that
Radical.
infection, radical, caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AV room moved, and exposed it. She took it with her, and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is a message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write it with her right hand, on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. Oh, what the fuck? We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio.
One
I
more deal,
fucking knew it! I fucking knew it!
Fucking
With the-
Dio.
With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminum. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories.
Uh-oh.
Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being, or, through an action, allow a human being to come to
A
harm.
robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence.
What kind of reveal are we gonna get?
Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them.
There's the forehead
How
again.
should I explain?
It's... The forehead's a little weird, but it's not that weird. Just something about her profile just seems off. Like, I don't know.
Well,
Makes you think of
actually,
Oblivion
you got
character
most of
creator.
it right.
Yeah, I bet, yeah. That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What?
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way,
But why?
because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever.
Damn.
Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come
To
here?
make sure Zero's project failed, his first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms,
5th and 6th?
counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th?
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary Game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. And ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes, our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order.
I recognize this voice actor.
Look it up. Just in case.
Oh, you can look up who the voice actress is.
Okay, you know what it reminds me of? Rend, slaughter, devour your enemies.
From Digital Devil Saga.
Yeah. I hope I nailed that.
I am in command, and you do as I say.
Although, I don't know if that voice would be credited. Right? Because it's just... it's not, like, tied to a character.
You are programmed to do as I say.
Why does she have...
You know this.
yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter, the 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Well, you just divulged it.
Yeah, I mean...
After that, I went
We
into
did
the
win the
AB
game.
room as I'd been told
Yeah, game's
to.
over.
As soon as I stepped
Yeah, at this
inside,
point, Zero Junior
the
doesn't give a fuck.
deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
When you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to?
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero Senior?
No.
What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior?
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Junior, too. I told you before that Zero Junior moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved, and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean...
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife in there.
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Forgot about that. Wait. You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through a security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders.
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help.
I love just getting these little crumbs of motion.
She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Well, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up with the facade that you were human?
No, I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again.
God
He
damn
probably
it, Junior.
felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders too. So to make it look like I had died, he'd turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was... So that's why she left?
Yes.
I was just called the defib.
You guys just weren't gonna let me just live that down. Okay. At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters. You know, sometimes you just gotta open your mouth and you don't know what sound's gonna come out.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Yeah, happens to me all the time. From the woman.
I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
Oh, he's planting bombs. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I
It
bet.
didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. If I had already taken it by then.
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was... gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
It's his knife. What do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's why
right.
he
The
hid
name.
it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anybody to see
Do you
that?
remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons?
Yes.
What does Myrmidons
It's the
mean?
name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or
I
something?
don't think so.
I like how Sigma just like remembered all this like random stuff but forgot about Dio's whole deal. Like he's already remembered scenes where Dio spilled that, but he just forgets this detail.
I don't really know.
No
I'm
idea.
afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero is
Yes.
doing? Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
And Dio plot that out real quick.
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
Damn, languages.
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Temyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Temyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Temyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close, give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Fucking Dio.
25 minutes passed and no one
Damn it,
came.
Dio.
Sick of that guy.
Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and Kay, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminum, and while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them
Shocked,
over
I tell
for
you.
anything
Shocked.
useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right. That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do
When?
you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember
Right
that.
after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes,
Where Quark was sleeping?
right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes, the display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
Mm-hmm. I did. What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart is stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
This seems like an oversight. If the person's heart is stopped and it hasn't injected its stuff, why doesn't it just inject the stuff and then come off?
Well, it's coming off if the heart stops in general. I don't know. I guess it's like another way it can thing.
I guess it's like the failsafe. It's like when the store uses the magnet thing to take off the ink tags of your clothes.
Well, it's also so if other people kill one another, and it wasn't just from the injection that the bracelet
Yeah,
can
yeah.
come off.
But I feel like why not just inject them anyway, even if they're dead? I mean, what do you have to lose? If you're the guy setting this up.
Well, it's not a true death game. There's a point behind it all.
Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So So you carried him to a treatment pod.
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center door?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? Guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. So, are you gonna tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't it obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the Nonary Game.
And why were we supposed to play the Nonary Game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then
I
what?
wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Temyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tuberculin that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets. And they were only wearing those bracelets because of the Nonary Game. The Nonary Game was part of the project, and that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would have never taken place,
Yes.
right? So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
I feel like we're going in circles here.
Yeah.
Luna can only...
She's avoiding the thing she can't answer. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. Well, that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say the murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right?
I mean, when you put it that way...
Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
Aww. What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Hey, Luna? What the hell's going on?
Sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
But you're real to me.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah,
Even though I look like this?
of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank
You're our
you
bestie.
so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember
Oh,
what you
shit.
asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., then I hacked it.
Whoa! What?
Yes, that was the first thing. The second.
Just obey the
do you
direct
know
order.
what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes, very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not going to let them do this. You're going to be fine, I promise. Just please don't...
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna!
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
What?
Yeah.
Doctor?
Alright, so they're still not fully revealing that.
Yeah, but I feel like as far as I'm concerned, that's some confirmation.
Yeah, it was us and the old woman.
Yeah. But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. So what I did notice, I mean, okay, so we know Kay has our face, but we still have the protagonist's shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't look like how we actually look on the
Mhm.
everything everywhere else.
Yeah.
Game.
With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart.
Should be credits for Luna's ending. Another thing I
Game
noticed.
over, yeah.
So in Kay's flashback sequence, it was showing like from his perspective upwards to the old woman and the his father figure, who presumably is us. We also had a somewhat similar sequence with Alice when she was recounting her past with her father who had been kidnapped and you see her mother on the left, and then a cop on the right. It's like almost the exact same structure of that. So I don't even know. We might be Alice's dad too. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Her father had been kidnapped by the cult, forced to work on some project.
Yeah, we could be Dio's dad.
So Luna and
Maybe we're Temuyuji's dad.
the Omni dad, the Sigma dad.
Okay. I'm going to endeavor to do, I guess, one more timeline, and then we'll take our break.
Which is
Okay.
the betray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
betray Luna this time.
Yeah, fuck her up.
Hey!
Wonder what we'll get for doing this.
Well, she's gonna pick ally.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Gonna heckin' get her ass.
I'm presuming this. Gonna skip that. Like, we're going along with what Fi is saying, so I think we're just gonna like book it.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm guessing we actually leave this route. And then find out that, you know, we're in the middle of nowhere and everybody on the planet's dead.
Yeah.
Luna! Where's Luna? I leapt out of the door and ran toward the AB room. I thought she'd entered. But she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then there it was. No. She didn't take it?
Doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Once again, the face of only Fi. Yeah, high score.
Points
Yeah.
have been assigned.
That is the
or
best we've ever done.
subtracted accordingly.
Yeah, would other people die? Yeah, sure, yeah.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Look, you gotta crack some eggs.
I think you cracked all the eggs.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized.
I'm not reading
Penalized or
this again.
penalized?
Yeah.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless. We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. Is this... No, it's not skippable. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
I mean, it is a new dialogue after all, so I don't think it's skippable.
A plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
She spun around and headed for a cyan door. I followed on her heels.
This should probably play out fairly similarly.
I'm going to assume maybe this is similar to other timeline, except Sigma doesn't turn. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think we're just leaving. Like he got once again a flash of speaking with her.
Yeah.
That's what had him spun around. It's like, no, I have to get more information from her, and also the realization that, I'm crossing timelines. He doesn't always come to that exact realization. Sometimes he's just like, oh, the thought just popped into my head from somewhere.
Mm-hmm. The fuck is going up there?
I don't know what the next lock is.
Shit, he's not here
This
either.
is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen... Oh! Typo! And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go?
After how many years since this game released, we notice a typo now? Alright, somebody send an email to the localization team about the typo. Hey, I discovered a typo in your game that's been released for 10 or more so years ago.
We were standing there trying to decide what to do next when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility.
The number 9 door has been opened.
Ooh. Maybe Luna opened it for Quark.
Open
Oh.
for
She
9
took him.
seconds.
Nice.
What?
No, that's not possible.
What's not possible? But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has
The only other one
closed.
with a 9 was Quark's bracelet.
This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
What? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was open or not.
True, but the projection should tell us.
What? Ooh. Luna and Quark escaped?
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared.
Well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
You!
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened. Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 4-1 run. Aren't you happy?
So what's this explanation you've got?
This guy.
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yep.
But didn't he get penalized after the third round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life. The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, he wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
All right. I think My tape is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Oh,
God damn it.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to jump around like that. I mean, 6 people just died here. It's not really a big deal. That's just how you humans
I
are.
wonder if somebody can upload the Japanese part of this section.
So, as
And
long as
explain the
you
joke
make
or
it,
something.
Right, it's
nothing
lots of
else
fun.
matters. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us.
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures. She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and boned out, wasn't it?
What, like Dark Souls?
bone out. Homeward bone.
You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Just had to get one more in. Wait, I still have questions
No,
for...
I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once. Somehow
Do I look like a
you got
waiter?
the better of me because of it.
Ooh.
I learned to make sure to value my time.
Tortoise and
He just
the
brought
hare.
the hell in the turtle joke. Tortoise it.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
Okay.
I like the recurring gag where he just like says a new T word. For a few long moments, Fi and I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic? And why? We had no idea who'd killed everyone, and Zero Senior's identity, as well as the purpose of the Nonary game, remained a mystery. As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose.
Game over, yeah.
Game over.
I guess I could see why Luna would make that decision. Because she would be able to see what we chose to do there.
I mean, she was prioritizing Quark's health.
All right. Well, this is a little bit of a short one, but this is as good of a time as we're going to get. So we're going to take our 10-minute break, come back and record another episode.
Yep.
Yep.
So we will go do that. If you're on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe, but also we'll see you again in a couple days when the next one uploads. Ta-ta, farewell.
So long.
Have a nice trader.